My name is Kiran Makkar, and today I am going to discuss with you an essay which has been seen on the 4th July 2015 in Australia in the academic IELTS writing test. Old generations often hold some traditional ideas on the correct way of life, thinking, and behavior. However, some people think that it is not helpful for the young generations to prepare for modern life in the future. What's your opinion? So, this is an opinion essay and it is an essay on the generation gap basically. So, my introduction is generation gap has been a debated issue since the dawn of civilization. I partially agree with this statement. Modern life has changed beyond recognition in many ways, and so many ideas of the old generation are not suitable for today's life. But still, there are some traditional ideas which are evergreen and hold true even today. So the topic was that old generation often have some traditional ideas on the correct way of life. They say this doing this is right and this is the way to do things. Their way of thinking is also different and behavior is also different. So they think that whatever they are doing is correct. And but some people say that these are not helpful for the young people of today to prepare for the modern life. I have I have partially agreed. I have said that some ideas of the old people are um, not good for today's modern life, and some ideas are definitely good. So some of their ways of thinking, behavior, and life are correct even today, and some do not uh, help the young people of today, and so some should not be there. Some ideas should not be there. There should be a change. And I have said that uh, modern life has changed beyond recognition means it has changed a lot. So if you find this difficult to write, you can say it has changed a lot. And there are very few essays in which I have partially agreed. This is one of them. And after this partial agreement, the statement that you have to make, this statement, why you are partially agreeing, this is a bit difficult. So I generally advise my students not to partially agree, but this essay could not be made without partially agreeing. So, because I wanted to say that some ideas are good even today, and most of the ideas are not good today. I cannot say all the ideas are not good today, and I cannot say all the ideas are good today. So, partial agreement had to be done. The elderly had a very disciplined life. For instance, they believed in sticking to one job for life. They also believed in fixed hours job. They had a stress-free work life. Moreover, they believed that marriage was for life. Divorces were rare. They had a stable family life. These values, if followed, are good for today's generation also. So, in this one paragraph, I have enumerated some values of the old people which are good even for today's generation. For example, sticking to one job. For example, um, uh, the fact that marriage is for life and fixed hours job. So their life was relatively stress free. However, in many ways, the ideas of the elderly are obsolete in the times of modernity. Obsolete means out of date, outdated, which are uh, which are now um outmoded, old-fashioned. So, in today's times of modernity, those ideas are obsolete. The elderly live like a frog in the well. They forget that change is progress. They also want their children to follow the same profession. Now, they do not give importance to aptitude. Youngsters of today are more intellectually evolved. They want to explore the untrodden path to face the cutthroat competition of today. So, here, this untrodden path, elderly want their youngsters to follow the same profession that they are doing. They want them to follow the traditional professions, and but the young people, they today they are very well informed. They have the power of the satellite TV and the internet, so they are well informed and they know of the newer ways, or they want to try the newer ways. newer avenues, newer job opportunities for them, untrodden paths on which nobody has walked before, newer paths. To face the cutthroat competition, they want to explore the new areas of work, but old people do not advise them to do so. So, in these ideas of the old people are obsolete in today's times of modernity. Furthermore, the young differ in dress, food, and habits. So young people wear different dress, they eat different food, and they have different habits. These things were not available to the elderly. The elderly had lesser opportunities to come in contact with the Western world. The earth was a big planet. Now it is a global village. The young speak a universal language, eat Italian pizza and Chinese food, and wear a universal dress. The leisurely ways of the old are gone. The young have the speed of bikes, cars, and planes. What can link them to the old bullock cart? The young today have to change to survive. So, in this paragraph, I have given ways in which young people are different from the old, and I have also said that the young people have the speed of bikes, cars, and planes, and you cannot force them to go back to the age of the bullock cart and the slower lives of the olden times. That would be quite that would not make them successful in today's world. And today, the big earth has shrunk into a global village, and so they have they eat different types of they eat all the youngsters all of the world eat the similar types of food, and they wear the similar types of clothes like jeans and t-shirts which are more comfortable. And so these things they were not available to the elderly, that is why they didn't do it. Today elderly criticize the youngsters for doing this, but this is a part of life. Change is a part of life. To sum up, there are some traditional ideas of the elderly that are evergreen and will hold true for times to come, but in many ways they are obsolete in today's time. So, here again, I have reiterated my opinion that there are some traditional ideas which are evergreen and will hold true for times to come, but in many ways they are obsolete in today's time. So, the elderly should change themselves according to today's time and give some liberty to the youngsters of today to walk on the newer paths of life and to try new things, because the youngsters of today are facing a tough competition and the youngsters' ways are right in many ways for the modern world. I hope you enjoyed the essay. This is essay number 218 in my book, A Wealth of Academic IELTS Essays. This is also one of the past essays which has been repeated in the ELTS test. And I hope you've enjoyed the essay. Don't forget to like the like button below and subscribe to my channel for more such essays. Thank you.